I'm legitimately like giddy to get down here and take a look at these plots. I think they're going to be looking really good. I have that one Trax camera that's on one of the corners. I can see a lot of green in it, and as we're coming down the hill I can see green. Green is good. Green. Alright, let's grab a few things, swap a couple cams, get out of here quick, and find a tree to get into for tonight. What do I need here? Well, here we go. Sweet October. Season is upon us. Dave and I are just getting down to the Last Chance farm right now, and we're just gonna swap out a few cameras, and I was pretty excited to check on these plots, see what they were looking like. I'm really happy with the first one. It's pretty cool to be able to go right down the rows of where we ran that Great Plains drill. We got really good germination. Definitely still need to get some more moisture in it to really kick it off just a little bit more for some of those brassicas and some of those winter peas that are in there. But I couldn't be happier with how that's looking right now. Deer are starting to pile in there, that lush green growth. I know that this plot, based on what it looks like on the camera that's back in here, looks really good too, the one that's more secluded in the timber. So we're gonna switch out a few cams, just kind of adjust things a little bit, put a scrape in here, and then we're gonna find a stand to get into. October 1st, gotta love it. There's a germ here. Oh, it looks a lot better up here though. Lush green behind me. That's what I wanted to see. I was a little surprised that the stuff that's farther to the north of us, which maybe it's a little drier. I also seeded this area that's right behind me the heaviest out of all these spots, and it looks phenomenal. This is going to be a good food source, especially for early season, so maybe adjust this cam a little bit and switch things around, get a mock scrape back in here, and it's just a matter of time for this, where this farm's located, that I just feel like a mature buck's going to come through here at some point in time, and I just want to make sure I'm set up and ready to go when that time comes. So I'm thinking if I can just clear out just a little trail and put a mock scrape right in here somewhere. Did a little bit different style of a mock scrape that I've never really used a whole lot, or I should say it's more of almost a rubbing tree. It's how that's set up, more than a mock scrape, more than anything. Gonna have some movement, something that they can engage with a little bit. Hoping that that Trax camera doesn't take 3,000 photos of that stick blown in the wind today, but I guess we will find out. Fortunately, Cuddyback makes a nice app where you can sign on there and pause it if I need to. So we're gonna go over and check that other side of the plot that we didn't burn off, and then we're gonna get out of here and head to Area 52. I am stoked. First time Dave and I hunting together, so excited to be in the tree tonight. Really looking forward to it. Like a kid on Christmas right now. Let's go. All right, so this is that plot that we didn't burn off with fire. pretty drastic difference for what we're looking at for germ rate, and even just where they're actually at as far as these plants that are in this one. Originally when we were up on the road, I was like, hey, look at that carpet of green down there, it looks really good. I was mentioning that to Dave, we could see this spot from the road, but it's almost all stinging nettles. It's definitely there. I mean, if we do like a close-up, but there's just so much thatch on the ground here, like even when I'm stepping, like I don't know if you can hear that or not, but it just feels like it's squishy with how much grass. I mean, there's just 4 or 5 inches of grass just laying on the ground right there. But I could see some winter wheat, I could see some brassicas, like it's here. It's just this one's gonna need a little bit more moisture in order to catch up to where that one's at, because if that one gets any type of moisture moving forward at all, I mean, it's just gonna blow up. Really happy with this one. I think there's gonna be food here, just not the same level of what it's gonna be on the other side. There are 2 studs on camera already. Look at those guys. Cheers. Area 52. All right, first walk in of the season, going down the access lane down to Area 52 here. Really happy with how this clover's coming in. It looks really good. And I do want it documented how much stuff I'm carrying tonight compared to Dave. So clearly I'm the pack mule in this situation. But feel good about our timing coming in and out. Gonna hunt a muddy ladder stand tonight, so cool spot. Shot a lot of does here in the past, so easy in and out. We'll see what the visibility's like, but it's a proven spot that's been good early season. All right, guys, here we go. October 1st, down at Area 52. Man, it feels good to be in a tree. About 65 degrees right now. I'm in this muddy ladder stand that I don't think I actually hunted at all last year, but this is a really good ladder stand set where early access in and out's really easy. Walk right around the alfalfa, and then if we need to, we can sneak through the timber and sneak our way out. I don't specifically have a deer that I'm after tonight, but it's October 1st. Conditions are good. We got a big temperature drop since yesterday. It's too good not to be out, and in all honesty, like this time of the year too, it's kind of going through the motions too, where you want to get back into getting everything set up in the tree. And this is Dave and I's first time hunting together, so there's that part of it of building the relationship in the tree and, you know, going through that process too. So it feels good to be out here, have a little outdoor therapy, soak in Mother Nature a little bit, and hopefully we can see a few deer too. I know a lot of the guys are out and about tonight. Conditions are so good that it just feels like someone's gonna have a mature buck moving tonight. Who knows, maybe it'll be us. We are down to our last hour and a half legal shooting light. Man, it just feels good to be out here. I said to Dave here just a little bit ago that just how quiet it is down here, and that's something I've always appreciated. You know, this farm's like just enough off the beaten path. This time of the year, of course, you have the farmers out doing their thing, and I think where we're sitting at, you can hear 2 or 3 different farmers that are picking either beans or corn. Within a couple miles, it sounded like to the north of us, he finally shut that combine down for a little bit, and gosh, it's just so quiet. You can hear the acorns dropping. Feels good to be out. That's a big part of this setup where it works so good. You know, I talked about access in and out, but also when it's getting calm like it is right now, this has a ditch system that runs basically due to our east. So anytime these thermals come into play, it's going to suck it right down into that ditch right off to our east. If we do see anything where it's going to be right on top of us tonight, I anticipate that it'll come out of the bedding to the north, work their way out in front of us, and if we're gonna see anything tonight, it'll be pretty close proximity. So I'm sure that'll get the heart rate and maybe jitters and get that first deer fever out of the way for the season. Season's back. Gotta love it. We have about 15 minutes left, legal shooting light. It's getting really dark really quick tonight. Dave and I talked on the way down here today that we thought it would be best just to get the first skunk out of the way right away this season, so that way we just have that monkey off our back right away in the season. So, no, in all seriousness, this is a spot where really if they don't come right out in front of us, you know, off to the bedding to the north, it's just one of those spots where you don't have a ton of visibility. You know, we can see a little bit. I can see over out in the beans a little bit, but, you know, we don't have a good view of the alfalfa or anything like that. So still a fun night to be out. I mean, gosh, it just feels good to be in a tree and go through the mechanics of getting used to being up here and getting back to the nuance of going through this. And it's nice to just breathe in that cool air too. It's really cooling off tonight, and this is the first of many sits that Dave and I are going to make together this year. I have no doubt about it, and looking forward to the next few chapters of this one.